Welcome to another video, ladies and gentlemen. In this one, I'm delving into something that has been a hot topic of discussion in my streams with the King and the Goat, so, and the Dark Eagle as well, so I owe them great credit to this. I've spoken to Talking Cobra Kai about this, Strike First podcast, back and forth about this idea. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But essentially, it's the case of, I've done a video on this channel talking about how with the senseis and dojos merging, it's an opportunity for characters to learn from one another, not just Johnny and Daniel. I've talked about how Daniel will help Hawk find his balance in what I believe will be one of, if not the strongest character arcs of Season 4, which is why you don't kill off characters after they redeem Hollywood. I'm just throwing that out there again. Because again, I like to preface this by saying, would you be as excited for Season 4 if Hawk didn't redeem and didn't have that uncertainty over him? No, I'm just saying, I'm just throwing it out there. But I did a video breaking down why I think Daniel can help Hawk find his balance, and why I think that will be instrumental in Hawk's growth going forward. One other character we need to talk about, now obviously Miguel's going to learn from Daniel, but I want to talk a bit about Sam. I think she could learn a thing or two from Johnny. Now, if we're going on the fight scenes across the show, let's mostly Season 3 in particular for Sam, i.e. the arcade fight, where she strikes first, and she's like, payback, and she goes to town on the Cobra Kai students in there. She's a very aggressive fighter. A very aggressive fighter. I mean, Daniel is as well, if you look at Daniel's history, so she's got that LaRusso fire, if you know what I mean. But I feel like her way of fighting is going to blend so well with Johnny's approach that she's going to do less of the breathing exercises and more of the striking first. Now let me explain. I feel like across the show, one thing that Cobra Kai does so well is, in my opinion, and I think we can all agree, Miguel is the new Karate Kid. He will be the hybrid of Daniel and Johnny by the end of the show, and will probably be the best overall fighter of the younger generation by that time. He will be the hybrid of Daniel and Johnny. But other characters are also going to be hybrids. And going forward, this just excites me because it creates such an open-ended discussion as to who will be the best fighter if Sam's learning from Johnny, if Hawk's learning from Daniel in the areas that they need more development in. You're going to have some really tough competition for people like Miguel and Robby. And the only thing that will hold people like Hawk and Sam back is plot. I've said this a million times. Plot will be the one thing that holds them back. The one thing. And after Season 3, I think even before Season 3, I said this going into Season 3, one of the things I was most excited about was the fact that Miguel and Robby were out the picture. And I mean that in the aspect of Miguel's going to be on the road to recovery. He has the Rise of a Champion arc where, the champion rises to fall and then to rise again. Robby has the revenge/redemption Anakin Skywalker type arc going on for himself. But where does that leave Sam and Hawk? That left them in uncertain positions because Sam didn't have Robby to fall back on and Hawk didn't have Miguel to fall back on. So it allowed them to grow as characters even more. That's one of the things that Season 3 has done so well, is it's developed the secondary and tertiary characters even more. Not that Hawk and Sam are secondary, but you know what I mean. The focus is predominantly Miguel, Robby, Johnny, Daniel, Kreese, Silver, those kind of guys. And Season 3 just elevated them up a notch. But I feel like going into Season 4, there is a lot of potential to mend old wounds. And one of the things that I touched upon in my Hawk video where he will learn balance from Daniel is the fact that he will apologize for what he's done. Stealing the Medal of Honor, trashing the dojo, all the things he's done to Sam, all the things he's done to Dimitri, turning on Miguel, all of that. Even turning on Johnny. He will amend all of that. And this is why I say you don't kill off certain redemption characters. Because then their true redemption starts, and that's where Hawk's redemption kicks in. And applying that context to Sam, she is going to be talking to Johnny. They're going to be having a back and forth about, hey, this all started when you drove straight into my car that night, and I had to go and, meet LaRusso the next day, and then it just started this whole thing. It goes full circle back to the beginning of the show, and it allows them to mend that old wound. And I could see Johnny and Sam really bonding and really getting along well. I think Hawk and Daniel are going to bond so well because with Robby gone, right, Hawk is the perfect candidate to fill that gap that Daniel loves. And Daniel has an affinity for broken characters who are trying to find balance, and he has that position in his heart. That's what Miyagi always loved about him, is that he cares, and he cares about other people, you know? Hawk will be perfect for that. Sam will be perfect for Johnny, because I could just imagine Johnny teaching Sam a whole load of techniques and tricks that Daniel's like, hang on, I never taught you that. He's like, no, he did. And I can see Johnny just standing in the corner with a smug smirk on his face like, yeah, your daughter ain't so bad, LaRusso. Maybe she should join my dojo instead of hanging around in your dojo. They can play it off. They can play it off really well. And as much as I think Season 4 will have a dark, twisted ending, you know, as I said, I want this to be the Empire Strikes Back of Cobra Kai. I want this season to have full darkness to it. I don't want it to have, you know, too much darkness. Obviously, it's only, you know, it's only Karate Kid. It's not going to go to Revenge of the Sith levels of dark or Joker levels of dark. It's not going to go that far. But it will have tones. It will have moments that are very dark. Most of them will probably come when either Silver's around or in the latter half of the season. Or when you're in the Cobra Kai dojo extracting Robby, Tori, and Kyler and getting the best out of those students, potentially Sean. Hopefully he's back as well. But I feel where the lightheartedness will come in is in Daniel and Johnny teaching their students and evolving forward. And all these fighters are going to be learning offense and defense. And that's one of the things that sticks out like a sore thumb for Season 4 is where do these characters go, but how much are they going to learn? And I think I'm interested to see how Sam and Johnny would develop. I've been asked this quite a bit, discussed about this many times. I think Sam and Johnny are in line for a very good sort of bonding arc where these two actually get along, and it could be a case of Johnny just winding Daniel up and Sam just laughing in the corner. I think you're going to see a lot of that. I think you'll see Miguel bonding with Daniel. I think you'll see Hawk amending with Daniel, apologizing for what he's done. And you'll see Hawk and Dimitri doing things like the wheel technique. Could you imagine Johnny and Daniel doing the wheel technique? Or Johnny painting fences? Like, I mean, oh my... It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But that's all this video was. It was just me talking a little bit about my excitement to see all these team-ups that we haven't actually seen, these pairings that we haven't seen yet. And it goes back to the Season 3 trailer where it says, forget old acquaintances. Because now, you're going to have Robby with Kreese and Silver, you're going to have Tori with Silver, you're going to have Tori and Kyler and Robby and potentially Sean in the same place, and some of the original Cobra Kais, like Rickenberger and whoever. And then you're going to have Hawk and Daniel, Miguel and Daniel, Sam and Johnny, Dimitri and Johnny, of course. That is a reunion that I think we're all waiting for. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. Guys and girls, jump in the comment section down below. We're marching forward to 6K subscribers, and, you know, I can't thank you guys for the support as it is. We're moving forward, moving further. And yeah, you know, this channel is pretty much all things pop culture. So we talk Cobra Kai, Star Wars, Marvel, Transformers, Fast and Furious, what have you. This is a channel for all. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. And hey, if you have any particular topics you want me to talk about in mind, jump in the comment section down below, because, you know, we're moving forward into Season 4 territory. I feel pretty good. I feel like I've spoken a lot on all the things that I have to say regarding Season 3. Majority of what I'll be doing now is probably just talking theory, covering news and potential sort of ideas as where things could go, if you know what I mean. So if there's anything that you guys have in mind that you want me to cover to close the previous 3 seasons out, if there's anything you feel like I haven't touched upon enough, then let me know. Let me know. Jump in the comment section down below. I know some of you want me to do a video on Bobby. I'm working on that. That's coming up next. If you haven't seen my video about how CHOZEN redefined Miyagi Do, go and check that out. It's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done, because it's so real, and it is the definition of how you do true fan service in the right way. You know, it's not just, oh my god, it's CHOZEN, he's back. It's like, oh my god, he's back. So, guys and girls, I'll see you in the comment section. And yeah, you know, I just can't thank all of you enough for the support. And just seeing Sam and Johnny interact, Dimitri and Johnny, Hawk and Miguel interacting with Daniel, it's just going to be so interesting. Just seeing how all these characters interact now, because they're all on different sides of the fence, quite literally. Some of them are on the same side of the fence. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I will see you all in another video soon, and give me a new tagline. Give me a new tagline down in the comments section. I like to ask this of you guys. You know, sometimes I end my video with "your karate's a joke" or "you keep for your collection." Give me a new tagline, a tagline to end the video with. For now, I'll just say, call it with the nerd shit, huh?